Hello my students of class 8. Today I'm going to start a new chapter in grammar, active and passive voice. Okay, all of us have already learned this chapter many times in the past years. Today we are just going to recapitulate a little bit about what active and passive voice means and some of the rules which are used for transforming one voice to another. So in the most simple manner, I'm going to explain to you what an active voice is. I'm sure you already know about it. So when the subject of the verb is doing the action in the verb in the sentence, okay, so in those cases when the subject is performing the action and the object is receiving the action, it is said to be in the active voice. So subject is performing the action in the sentence and the object is the recipient of that action. Okay, so if I say let's take an example. Say Ranu mailed the letter. Rajesh hit the ball like a pro. Okay, so in both this sentence the subject Ranu and Rajesh are the ones who are doing the action of the sentence. Okay, they are the ones who are performing the action of the sentence, and so this kind of sentences are said to be in the active voice. Okay, so in most English sentences we get that with an action verb the subject performs the action, and in those cases we say that it is in the active voice because the subject does the action, it acts upon the object, it does the action itself. That's why we say that the sentence is in the active voice. Now what about the passive voice? So a passive voice is when the subject gets the passive place in the sentence. Okay, here the verb in a sentence shows that the subject is not the doer of the action, then it is said to be in the passive voice. Okay, somebody stole my bag in the fair. This is in the active voice. Okay, now if this is the subject, this is simple active voice. Somebody stole my bag in the fair. My bag is the object. Now if I want to change it into the passive voice, what will it be? My bag was stolen in the fair. Okay, so somebody stole my bag in the fair becomes my bag was stolen in the fair. We generally do not add somebody by somebody because it is not required. So we can see that the subject in this sentence is my bag, but the bag is not doing any action, but rather it is the recipient of the action verb. Okay, so the subject takes a passive form in the sentence. It is not the doer of the action. So this is why these sentences are called to be said to be in the passive voice. I think you all know about the basic differences between the two. Let us simply go to the rules of changing one form into the other because that's what we will be doing in the entire chapter. Okay, let us start with the present tense. In the present tense, let's make two columns, active and passive. Okay, let us make two columns and let us try to find out how the transformation happens in case of present. Okay, so let us begin with the simple present tense. In simple present tense, suppose the action or the active voice, it is the V1 form of the verb. Okay, say he grows vegetables in his backyard. So simply the V1 form is the main verb, right? In the passive voice it becomes be plus V3 form. So it will be be plus V3 form. So V1 in the active voice becomes be verb plus the V3 form. Now this be verb can be anything. It can be according to the subject, is, am or are. In the passive voice, whatever subject is there, according to that the be verb will be changed. Okay, so he grows vegetables in his backyard. Vegetables are grown by him in his backyard. Okay, so like that. Understood? So this is the first form, simple present tense. It will become be plus V3. Now let us come to present continuous. It's also very easy. Be verb plus ing form of the root verb. Okay, ing form of the root verb. This is the normal form of the active voice. In the passive voice, this will be verb, that is or are, plus being plus V3. Okay. So this is in the passive voice. Can you see the entire board? If I just shift it in this side, maybe you will be able. No, this side. Yep, a little bit still not visible. Anyways, it will serve the purpose, and I'm sure all of you know about it already. Let me just shift it in that side a little bit. Now I think you can see it better. So present continuous, for that be plus be verb, that is or are or am, plus ing form of the root verb, it will change into be verb plus being being plus the verb 3 form. Now come to the present perfect. We already know what the form is. Has or have plus V3. In the passive voice it will become has or have plus be and been plus V3. Okay, so this is how we are going to change it into the passive voice. There isn't any change for sentences which are written in the present perfect continuous tense. Okay, there isn't any verb passive voice for that. Okay. Now come to the next type, that is the simple past or the past tense. I think you have understood how we are going to change it. In the passive voice it will become be plus V3, it will become be verb plus being being plus V3, and this will just have one and been attached to it. Okay. Now come to the past tense. We are not going to do present perfect continuous. In the past tense also the similar manner is there, except that everything will be in the past tense. Okay, so simple past. active and passive for simple past. Okay. So simple past, in the main verb it will be V2 form, that is the past form of the verb. In the passive voice it will be was or were plus V3 form. Okay, that is the third form of the verb for the passive voice. For the past continuous, was or were plus ing form of the root verb, that is V1 verb, ing form of the verb, it will become was or were plus being, being plus V3. Okay. Similar manner, past perfect also, just like present perfect, past perfect will also have the similar change in the passive voice, wherein only BEE and been will be added. So it is had plus V3 and had plus BEE and been plus V3. Okay. This is it. And past perfect continuous doesn't have any change or no passive voice for that. What is the form of the past perfect continuous tense? And here there is no change. Okay. Now come to the future tense. Simple future and future perfect does have passive voice, but future continuous doesn't have a passive voice, and future perfect continuous also does not have any passive form. Okay. Simple future and future perfect. Will or shall plus V1. This is the form of the future tense. Okay, simple future tense. And the form of the simple future tense in the passive voice will be will or shall plus be plus V3. Okay. For future continuous tense, we can't have any passive voice. If you can find out, it will be really a good thing. Okay, try to see if you can change any sentence which is in the future continuous into a passive voice. Okay, we can discuss it in class. Now, the other form is future perfect tense. What is the formula of future perfect tense? Will or shall plus have plus V3. And in the passive voice, the same thing is there, except BEEN, been is added to it. Okay. Okay, students. Now, this is it. This is all we had to recapitulate, because I'm sure all of you know about the different ways in which we can change the active voice into passive voice. So without wasting any time, let me just go to the exercise which is there. Okay, let us start with the exercises. The first exercise is like cakewalk. You can just do it very well on your own. Still, I'm just going to discuss it with you. Class 8. Okay. Exercise A. Exercise A, you take out page number 86 in your grammar book. You just have to identify the voice in each of the sentence. Okay. Number 1 is Shoma has won a scholarship, obviously. Active voice. Number 3 will be passive. Passive. Number 6, passive. Active. Active. Okay. Come to exercise number B. Rewrite the following sentence in the passive voice. An entire paragraph has been given. You have to rewrite the entire thing in the passive voice. So let me first discuss it, then we can write in our copies. Jumman waters the plants every day. The plants are watered by Jumman every day. The weeds are thrown away by him. The soil is dug by him. You can write by him, or sometimes you can just omit it. The flowers are also plucked by him and collected carefully. Yeah, so this exercise is very easy. Let us start writing it. You have to write it in your copy. Okay, let me first discuss all the answers. Wait for a while. Okay, so the plants are watered by Jumman every day. The weeds are thrown away by him. The soil is dug by him. The flowers are plucked and collected carefully by him. Okay, so it's very simple. Let us write the paragraph in our copy. The plants are watered by Jumman every day. Second sentence, I'm just writing it in a numeric format so it's easy for you to understand. The weeds are thrown away by him. Okay, likewise, you will complete the entire thing on your own. The soil is dug by him. The flowers are plucked and collected carefully by him. Understood? Then it's over. It's very easy. Come to exercise number C. You have to rewrite the following sentences in the passive voice. I'm going to do number 1 to 5, 1 to 4. The rest we are just going to discuss and you can write it on your own. Right? You may write it easily. Number C1. The teacher uses that cubicle. Okay. That cubicle is used by the teacher. I'm sure all of you are already expert in changing such easy sentences. These sentences are very easy. Okay. I'm just going to write a few. The rest you can write it on your own. I'm just going to discuss them. That cubicle is used by the teacher. Number 2, the map was sketched by Mahesh. Number 3, some money had been borrowed by Ramesh. Number 4, Neha is selling fruits in the market. Fruits are being sold by Neha in the market. Done? Okay, let me discuss number 5 to number 8. Ramu was growing apples in the orchard. Apples were being grown by Ramu in the orchard. Number 6, Dinesh will paint a landscape. A landscape will be painted by Dinesh. Number 7, Nora was playing cricket. Cricket was being played by Nora. Number 8, a group of scientists is conducting a survey. A survey is being conducted by a group of scientists. Okay. Now come to exercise number D. Come to exercise number D. We are going to do it in the book. Exercise D, fill in the blanks with the passive forms of verbs in the simple present tense. Very easy. So, is or am or are, it will be is or are mostly, plus B-E-I-N-G, no, not B-E-I-N-G, plus the verb 3 form of the given verb, the third form of the verb. Okay. So let us start, let us proceed with exercise number D. Indian Premier League matches are played number 2, all the swimmers are trained. According to the subject, we will write is or are. I'm sure you already know. We have already done the chapter subject verb agreement. The earthquake victims are provided because everything is to be done in the simple present tense. So we have proceeding likewise. Number 4, the students are called. And number 5, the Republic Day is celebrated. Done? Okay. Come to exercise number E. It is festival time and the family is preparing for Christmas in a big way. Okay. Read the following sentences and fill in the blanks with the passive forms of verbs in the simple present tense. The floor is mopped and the carpet is cleaned. The Christmas tree is kept in the middle and is decorated by all the children. A big star is hanging. Okay, sorry. A big, I just missed something. Let me start from the beginning. I'm just going to discuss this with you. I don't think it is required to be written on the board. You can write it on your own very well. The floor is mopped and the carpet is cleaned. The Christmas tree is kept in the middle and is decorated by all the children. Or you can just write kept in the middle and decorated by all the children. Same thing. Twice you don't have to write is. A big star is hung at the entrance and cookies, cake, wafers are served to all. Okay. There is happiness and cheer in the air. Candles are also lighted and all are given gifts. Done? So it's very easy and it's related also, right? We are also proceeding to the same holiday, Christmas. Now come to exercise number F. Rewrite the following sentences in the passive voice. This will be the last thing that we are going to do in this video. Okay, maybe F and G together. Rewrite the following sentence in the passive voice in the simple past tense. Very easy, very simple. We have already learned how to change active voice into passive voice in the past tense. Number F. The parrot was kept in a cage but soon fell ill. A veterinary doctor was consulted. So the first blank will be was consulted, right? Was or were plus V3 form of the verb, that is the formula for this. The bird was given injection. The fruit was eaten by it later. The children was told, were told. The children were told not to trouble it at all. Number G, fill in the blanks with the passive forms in the simple past tense. The same kind of thing. The huts were repaired. Number 2, the scholars were awarded. Number 3, the letter was posted. Number 4, the pulses were soaked. Number 5, the show was postponed. Okay, so today in this offline video session, I'm just going to stop here. Let me adjust the camera so you can see the entire board, though I'm sure you don't need to because it's very simple and all of you can do it on your own. It's making it worse somehow. Okay, so just check out the answers and write it. Next day we are going to discuss them once again if you have any problem. Thank you, students.